One day, I feel like I'm on top of the world, watching my Spotify streams growing rapidly, but the next day, I'm reading mean comments of people judging and hating my song, which makes me feel like I will never make it. One day, I'm receiving amazing feedback on my upcoming song from my producer friends, but the next day, I keep being rejected by labels who destroy my track and skills, making me wonder if I even have what it takes to be successful in the music industry. One day, I'm over the moon seeing my audience and fan base growing, but the next day, I keep staring at the low numbers on my newest song, wondering why is no one listening to it. This is pretty much what my life has been like for the past 2 years. A constant up and down and rush of doubts and fears destroying my love for music over time. And after riding this roller coaster of emotions day after day, it became very hard for me to handle, bringing me very close to burnout a couple times, or even worse, losing my passion for music or wanting to give up. So I want to share with you how I handle these ups and downs and the steps that I took to not let them affect me, and finding the motivation to keep showing up every single day even when I didn't feel like it. Because I am going to succeed and I want you to succeed with me. But first, let's go back a little bit. Back in September 2022, I was coming back from a trip in Europe where I spent about 5 weeks traveling through Germany, France, and Spain, spending quality time with my friends and family outside of the studio. While being away from all the daily struggle of my music career and the craziness of social media, I was feeling more and more tempted to give up and enjoy my life as it was. After all, why was I going through so much trouble to potentially maybe reach a goal that only happens for 1% of the population? At that point, I just wanted to stop and make music for myself for fun. I stopped being consistent on social media, I was having more time to play piano, but I quickly felt the need to make YouTube videos and share my music with the world. But doing both with a full-time job was making my life impossible, and I knew that if I was going back, I was just going to fall back into the same old traps and struggles. And this is where I realized that I needed to take a break from social media. Alright, so I guess it's time. It's October 1st, 9 AM, and I'm off the social media game. The post is made on Instagram, so now let's just uninstall the app. Bam. See you in 1 month. While being away from social media, it allowed me to reconnect with my true passion and solely focus on creating and not checking the numbers every single second of the day. I felt more inspired than ever, creating my best videos and music so far. I also felt at peace because no external forces could come and destroy my day. It was just me, my music, and no one else to compare with. It reminded me why I started in the first place and reignited my passion. Alright guys, so I just went back online checking my YouTube Studio analytics, and this is crazy! Like, my videos performed way better than usual. They got twice the views and got way more comments than I usually get, so this is amazing to see. I also was able to finish a song of mine that I wanted to finish for a long time. I signed it as well and recorded 2 more vocals for other producers' instrumentals, so I've been really creative. What a great month! After a pretty successful month of October and slowly coming back to social media, I started to feel lost again. I didn't really know what my end goal was and didn't have a plan on how to achieve my dreams, which made me feel that everything I was doing was just pointless. I was spending all my days at work, in my head, lost in my thoughts, which was leading me to very dark places. It's around that time that I felt the need to talk about it and find guidance. So I reached out to my former coach Alex from Awaken Creative and had a chat with him. At the same time, I was also opening up a lot about it with a couple of my producer friends on Discord. Talking with people that understand what you're going through and support you and that you can bounce ideas with is such a relief and helped me clear my mind and see things from another perspective. I also took the initiative to join Facebook groups of like-minded people that had the same hobbies as I do in my area, and I was able to connect with 2 people who are now good friends of mine, and it was also a great way for me to clear my mind and spend more time outside the studio, which helped me find more balance between my personal life and music. Finally, in December, things started to go really well for me. I reached monetization on YouTube. We got the button. We got the 4K. My Instagram blew up.
Guys, we made it to the 1,000,000 views. That is machine!
And I was super creative with music, signing a lot of my songs to my dream labels. This burst of milestone and engagement around my music and what I do gave me the push that I needed to actually sit down and coming up with a plan. As Alan Laken said, failing to plan is planning to fail. So I couldn't avoid it anymore. Alright, so I just finished creating my little music business plan. I now have monthly, quarterly, yearly goals for the next couple years, and I can't tell you how good it feels. To not wander, to have all of my thoughts out of my head, written on paper or computer. Everything is well organized and it really feels good. So now I just have to put it in action and we'll see where it goes. If you've been following me on Instagram, you probably saw how my account rapidly grew from 6,000 followers to 50,000 followers. And while this was amazing and exciting times, it did bring a lot of downside and challenges. As artists, we all wish that we could go viral, but when it does happen, it isn't as easy as it looks to handle. Suddenly, everyone wanted something from me, wanted my attention, and if I wasn't replying to them, they were getting mad. Many brands reached out to me to make content for them, sales went through the roof, and I knew that if I wanted to keep this up, I had to work even harder, but I just couldn't manage it at all. I'm so tired. It's like 11 p.m. I've been up since 6 a.m. as every single day, you know? I've been working the whole day, like literally the whole day, and I'm nowhere near done. I have, like, my to-do list just keeps growing every single minute. I don't even have time to reply to emails. I'm late on my YouTube videos, and I don't even know the last time that I was able to open Logic and make music. Like, just don't know what to do. Another big downside that I learned is the amount of bad people that it attracted. More traffic and attention to my music and my content just meant that I received more mean and hate comments. At some point, it became a daily thing for me and it was very, very hard to manage. Don't get me wrong, I'm really over the moon that my music and my profile get more attention, but in the same time, it did bring a lot more haters and it is mentally really hard to deal with. Once again, I knew that something had to change and I needed to adapt. This time, I decided to change my relationship with social media by taking a couple different steps to protect my mental health. First, I decided to only check my messages and notification in the evening once my workday is over and not in the morning. Most of the time, as soon as I was waking up, I was checking up my phone, and if I was reading just one mean comment, it could destroy my mental for the whole day. And second, I started to reply less often to comments and messages. I still love to reply and read all the messages and comments. I still reply to everyone. I just do it less often, so every other day or so. The less I check social media, the less I get the risk to read a bad comment, which is just for me a way to protect myself and stay focused on my own journey and my own goals. So what do I take away from these last few months? As you can see, it happened many times that external forces brought me very close to giving up. But every time I started to drift apart from YouTube and music, I felt this empty hole inside me and instinctively fell back into it. Day after day, by taking all those steps that we just talked about, I noticed that it was getting easier and that the external forces didn't have such an impact on me because my love for music and inspiring other learning music producers was too strong. I just learned from the obstacles that I went through, continued to adapt my lifestyle to make the journey more enjoyable, and now I feel more motivated than ever. The music industry is a mental struggle, and having a clear plan with objectives and directions to follow is definitely what helped me to not give up. If you want to follow the same plan that I did, then definitely check out this video right here, but in the meantime, keep learning and I'll see you in the next one.